Hello, hello. Hola, everyone. Thank you for joining. So happy to have you here with us. My name is Daniela. I am a farmer, activist, mama from Puerto Rico. And I am here on behalf of the Mariposa Collective, which is a group of artists, healers, farmers, body workers, activists, food justice workers, cooks, chefs. And we've all come together within the umbrella of the Purium Transformation Cleanse to provide a safe space or a safe container, so to say, for accompanying and supporting the 30-day transformation, ultimate lifestyle transformation. And it's been important for us to offer this specifically for our Black, Indigenous, people of color communities. And there, obviously, I include my Latin American hermanos y hermanas. It's important for us to offer this safe space of healing because we understand that cleansing is not just about your stomach. Cleansing is really one of many levels of healing that we all must do, and we feel that many times it's a very intense process, and it's better to do it accompanied and supported rather than do it alone. And as a BIPOC community, we also understand the intricacies of providing these safe spaces for our community and by and for our community. Because yeah, we know that our healing may look a little bit different to what is normally provided out there. So a little bit overview of what it is that we're offering is basically we're going to be meeting in a Facebook group throughout the month of, well, we have one starting in April, and we actually have a second group starting in May. We're going to be doing a Facebook group where a few of us will be facilitating the 30-day support group. And every couple of days throughout that month, we are all going to be providing different content, like varied content, to help support and enrich your experience during this cleansing transformation. So just to give a little bit more in-depth information on the products and maybe a little bit what those 30 days kind of look like, I'm going to invite my friend Michal, who is in Hawaii, which is awesome. I love that it's nighttime here and it's beautiful daytime in Hawaii. And yeah, and she's going to let us know a little bit further in depth about the products per se.
Okay, aloha. So yes, my name is Michal Anna Carrillo. And I live here on the big island of Hawaii. And I can't be more excited to share with you about the Purium products. So the ULT is an ultimate lifestyle transformation. And this cleanse is amazing. So it really encapsulates 4 products and then cleanse pills that go along with this. That's also, these 4 products are also the base of our core 4. And our core 4 is your monthly program that really enlivens you on a daily basis. And you can either start with just coming in with this core 4, or you can go for a cleanse, which is an ultimate lifestyle transformation. So what's exciting about this is that you're really detoxifying your being, and you're allowing yourself to create more cellular health. And that cellular health allows you to do more spiritual and emotional processing as well. You're cleansing the entire system. So our health and nutrition, body, mind, spirit connection, all working together, you're lifting the whole triangle up. As you incorporate this health, you also support whatever other work you're doing in your emotional, psychological, spiritual path. So it's going to give you a boost for anything that you're wanting to create or access in your life. So really the core of this is we've got to detox. So the product that is just amazing, is changing lives everywhere, is Biomedic. So David Sandoval developed this product, who's our founder, which you'll hear a little bit more about him soon. But so David Sandoval developed Biomedic, and Biomedic is actually pulling the glyphosate out of your body while simultaneously putting in a prebiotic and healing the microbiome of the gut. So this delivery system is very new. To be able to detox and to heal simultaneously is amazing. And so that is why this is crucial. It's because your microbiome in your gut, when you eat this glyphosate, which is what's in Roundup, if you're not familiar with that term. Roundup is sprayed on our foods throughout the US for sure. And in other places, if you're not eating something organic, then it's been sprayed with this chemical. And this chemical, it literally puts holes in our microbiome. And so this can create leaky gut, acid reflux, problems with digestion, which really our gut is our second brain. So this is critical, right? So this is the core of the cleanse, and really of the core four. You're utilizing the Biomedic to detoxify this chemical out of the body and then provide nutrition and nourishment and healing into the body for what it is you want. So we get this power shake that comes next. And this power shake is all the ancient grasses, grains, and greens that you need for a day. And it's going to revitalize and nurture your system. So this power shake is just amazing. I love mine every midday for this push through the afternoon. And it tastes amazing. So that's huge. Water and ice. I love a little ice. And it's awesome, and it's easy, it's quick, and it will get me through the next part of my day. So this power shake is critical in giving us these proper nutrients for grasses, grains, and greens. So the third product is amino acids, and these are super aminos, and these are direct delivery proteins, bypassing the digestive system, direct delivery to the muscles, giving you high potent energy for the development of those proteins. And it's immediate too. So I mean, I like to take those if you do it before a workout even as well. You can really feel the activation in the muscles. So what's great about this, it's vegan formulated, as are all the products in Purium. So this vegan formulation for those who aren't eating meat, which I don't eat meat myself these days, so that really gives your critical proteins. And you can jump those up if you want, jump them down, it's up to you. So the super aminos are amazing support and are gonna build muscle and give you really deep support. The fourth product of that core four is a tart cherry juice. And this is this apothecary juice is actually helping to pull inflammation out of your body and also to regulate melatonin levels and allow you to promote a deep REM sleep. So I really enjoy mine at the end of the day, maybe a half an hour before I'm going to sleep, and then that's going to go ahead and work. It's magic while I'm resting and really replenish and create balance and harmony and release inflammation, which inflammation is really the core of all dis-ease. Everything comes out of inflammation. So we want to keep all the inflammation down in our body consistently, because that's what starts to create disharmony. So the less we have inflammation we have, the less disharmony we have. So this is an incredible support just every day. And so when you get into that's the core four, which you can jump into right now. If you're like, I don't want to change my diet, I'm not sure. This is easy to just get right into, add it into your life, and begin experiencing it. If you're ready for a cleanse, then you add in this cleanse pill. You also double up on the products and you allow yourself to really detoxify on a greater level by you're not going to be eating as much food if you're getting into the cleanse, but you're going to be getting twice the amount of that core 4. You're going to double that core 4, and now you're going to be taking twice as much daily and really powering out the detoxification and the nutritional component of really giving your body what you need. So if you're ready to make a transition and really transition out of one way of eating, sometimes it's easier just to go, I'm changing this and I'm going to do this now. So make that change. We just go for it, right? And then you drop things you don't need. You can cut sugars. Anything white is converting into sugar. You cut things out that really aren't serving your body, right? And this is going to help support you in doing that because you're going to be getting a lot of nutrition. There are, of course, flex foods that you can eat while you're doing your cleanse. And we give you a whole list of them and a layout on how to work through your cleanse. And that's also what this group is about, is supporting you in that journey. So I am so excited to be here with you all and to support you in the journey. And as we move forward, I'll be sharing meditation and some spiritual tips and emotional release stuff that goes along with our physical process. And I look really forward to being there with you and dropping in that process. So thank you so much. Daniella?
Hey, that was beautiful. Thank you. It actually, I got so excited just listening to you, because really it brings me back to my personal experience with these products. Is, I was suffering depletion after breastfeeding my second son, and I was totally depleted. And just, hearing your words reminds me of that feeling of feeling like renourished and revitalized, and like, wow, from the first day I felt so different. And nowadays there's a lot of products out in the market, and there's a lot of cleanses and there's a lot of detox, but there's really something very different about what we're offering here. I mean, the quality of our products and the quality of the company that we're working with are just, unsurpassed. And to give a little deeper dive into this, I would like to invite our friend Terry, who is also in Hawaii, to share a little bit more about, the company, and why, Terry, do you feel that Purium really sets itself apart from anything else that's out there?
Thank you so much. Just a little bit background on myself. I'm a chef, herbalist, a farmer, and I have a deep connection to educate people and bring people back towards nature, because I truly believe that the medicine is in the soil. And I feel like Purium has a deep connection to those values. So like, why are we choosing Purium? As Daniela just said, purity, quality, because there's so many things out there. Like, why are we choosing Purium? There's so many like green drinks and all these supplements. Why this? Well, because there is a deep connection to the soil. We put minerals in our soil, and that reflects in the plants, and so we ingest that. We get the medicine into our body. There's a beautiful way that they have dehydrated. Not that I have never seen anything like this, like a low wind dehydrated fruit and vegetable juices. So we get the purity, we get the closest we can get the life force energy in these products. And they really do speak for themselves. When you ingest them in your body, you start to feel more alive. And so many people have tested this, and even myself. And the reasons why I personally join with Purium is because it meets so many of those values, as far as community, as far as like just the actual nutrient and nutrient dense in the soil that reflects in the products, and almost in their financial system too, because of a different model of just actually cultivating abundance in our own personal life, not just in our health, but in our financial world. That I really do believe that is a pivotal step to bring so many of this community together, to really have a deep change on all levels: spiritual, mental, emotional solutions. Um, Sorry. I just have a really deep connection to these stories, because this is like a mission-driven company, and I feel like we are all on a personal and a community mission, and it's not more about profit in this community, this company. It's about finding true solutions to better this our community and the world. So yeah, that's a little bit about the company.
Thank you, Terry. That was awesome. And yeah, you're so right. You know, this is really such an empower cleanse itself, but really connecting to other people who are on it, you know, either because they're on their personal healing journey or because they're healers themselves and they're really looking to support other people in their journeys. And that's something that I share with you, being able to connect that way on this level with these products and with this company. And I just wanted to add something really quick, which is something that I really love about you were mentioning the process of the dehydration. Well, something that I find amazing is that this process actually happens on the farms. Like, instead of them harvesting the products and putting all the fruits and veggies onto a truck and taking it to a facility and maybe processing it a couple of days later, they actually have on-site processing facilities at the farms, which means that things are harvested and dehydrated the same day. So there's really no time for anything to start dying. Like, we are literally consuming live food, which is so rare nowadays, you know, to get a nutrient dense live food into your body is such a luxury. And yeah, I just wanted to add that in. I would also like to share, we feel it's really important to, you know, obviously hear from multiple voices. But one of the most powerful tools that we have is our own stories, our own healing stories, and our own journeys with these products. So I'd like to invite two amazing women who are here with us today to share their stories and a little bit about their experiences with these products or with Cleanse itself. Let's see who we have first. Maia, are you available to share now? Awesome. Let's have you unmute and join the conversation. Thank you.
First, I'd like to say thank you for inviting me to share my story once again. And also just what everyone has shared thus far has just been so inspiring, and it's just such a beautiful way to connect with other people. I really feel our community is getting stronger every time we have these meetings. So just that in and of itself is healing. Yeah, and today I wanted to just kind of share something a little bit more than just my story, but I guess I should introduce myself first. My name is Maia. I live here in Hawaii, which has been my home for a very long time. I've been a mother, home birth, homeschool. My children are older now. They've stepped forward on their journey. Oh, let me start my time so I don't go too long. Yeah, and I've been a caregiver for my mother and my mother-in-law into their transition into, you know, the next journey for them spiritually. So yeah, that's a little bit about me, about I have gone through a little bit of a transformation within my own spiritual journey at this time. And in the beginning stages of it, I did a lot of inner work, which meant that the things outside of me wasn't quite as important. And one of those things was actually preparing food, eating, especially since my children have moved forward on their journey. So long story short, sister friend, with whom will be speaking after me, Angela, she Purium, these products. And again, long story short, ingesting like everyone has shared about quality self glow is how it felt. So and I'm hooked. I'm here and I am ready to share this, and it feels so good to have something to share to my community, to my family, to my clients. Yeah, it's powerful, and I'm really happy to be here. And I also wanted to share a little something, as it was said earlier, that some of us will have some things to share from our toolkit. And one of the things that I have to offer is something I've been practicing for since I was a child, and it's called Agnihotra. And I'd like to share this little yanya, which is from the Vedic science, and it's not a religion. It's a form of meditation, healing through the agency of purification of through fire. What I'm burning here is actually dried cow dung and clarified butter, which is ghee. And I'm gonna light the fire now, and it just creates a really beautiful atmosphere. So as this gets itself going, and I keep my eye on the time. There, that'll get itself going. I'd also like to share three points that acupoints that we can do at any time in the day on ourselves or on our children, our husbands, our wives, our mothers, our fathers, you know, that help to bring inner peace, calm, a reset. Yeah, and these are some of the things that I do within my practice. And so the first point, now you can use essential oils, or you could just gently touch these points. And I invite you all to do it with me if you'd like. All of the points that we're going to do today are in the top part of our body. So you can just do it sitting down. So the first point is called Shen Men, which is like right here. And if you get your finger hooked into your ear there, you can just really feel that point. And, you know, it's kind of broad. If we were needling, if we were doing acupuncture, you would have to be really specific. But in this situation, we're using our fingers. So right here in the hook of your ear, and you don't want to press too hard. If you feel like there's an indentation from you, pressing too hard, you should just be very gentle and light, because you want to just hit that first layer, and it will absorb right into your beingness. You'll feel it. So the oil I'm going to use is called bergamot, and this is our reset button. This is when you're starting to feel a little frustrated. You need a little bit of clarity. You feel foggy, tired, getting ready to take a test for your children. If you're working with elders and they have a little bit of dementia or mental fogginess, this is a good point to do on them. And you just can hold it for as long as you'd like. I like to do it for at least 3 deep breaths, or until you feel the shift. You'll feel it. Just gently hold that point. Close your eyes for a moment. Tune in and be present. Shen Men, bergamot. Okay. And you can slowly release that point. Okay, and the second point I'd like to do, and you can use different oils for these points, but this one I'm going to use rosemary, which is good for many things, but it's also really good for memory, help with clarity. So we're going to actually use the rosemary. Did I stop my timer stopped? Okay, so I might need someone to give me a shout out when I've taken too long. So my rosemary, we're going to take 1 drop between 2 fingers, and we'll put it right here. This is called yin tongue, which we also know it as our third eye. Up, if you come up your nose, up, and you'll feel like a little ridge. It's right, that point right there. And then right at the top is called do 20, right at the top of your head. So line your finger here on your ear, right to the center of your head. And you can just put your finger right there. Okay, and then you can feel the connection between that point on the top of your head, do 20, and your third eye. Feel the connection. Breathe nice and deep. And for the sake of time, we'll go ahead and move forward. And I can share these points and oils again within our little chat. In case this really resonates with you, you can do this anytime. The last point, I'm going to use helichrysum. And this point, I will be discreet, but if you can touch your actual skin, that would be good. And that's right. If you follow your nipples straight to the center, and there's a little hook right in there. And what you're going to do is I'll take the helichrysum, but you can just, and I'll also leave information about the essential oils as well in our information. So what you want to do is put the point, put touch this area here, and this one's called central vessel 17. And once you see the lineup of these acupoints, you can also Google them if you want to be a little more precise, up to you. And this point is a really beautiful point. It helps to really open that communication space between you and your ancestral frequency. Really helping to open and fine tune your communication with those that are there surrounding you, that energy that's supporting you, guiding you, there with you, that you are a part of. It helps to open that space. Central vessel 17, helichrysum. So I don't know if you all can see this fire, but I'll just kind of bring this down here for a moment. You can take a few deep breaths. Thank you.
Wow, Maia, thank you. I think you're gonna make me cry. That was so beautiful. And that's just a tiny, tiny little taste of the sort of offerings that we are bringing into this community space. As you can see, we have acupuncture, we have essential oils, we're gonna have some ancestral healing work, we're gonna have some breath work, some yoga, some African dancing, we're gonna have sauerkraut making, we're gonna have all sorts of beautiful offerings within this container. And that was just a tiny, tiny little taste of what we're excited to be offering here. And now, last but definitely not least, our beautiful friend Angela is also here to share a little bit of her story. So Angela, if you can just hop on real quick.
Hi. So I just want to start off by saying I'm really, really grateful to be here right now with all of you. It's been a really beautiful, incredible process. And also, thank you, Maia, for sharing that information because it really helped ground me, which I really needed because sharing my personal story is not like a cakewalk, you know, and just to say something about that, one of the beautiful things I'm finding and really feeling about being in this group is that we're just really, really allowing space for everyone to feel vulnerable and be vulnerable and share from like share from the core of their being. everyone's coming with the true essence of who they are. And I feel like that's one of the most potent things about what is taking place here right now, and providing a group cleanse in this particular way. So I wanted to speak to that first. And as far as my personal story, Purium came at like a really crucial time in my own life. So I'm a mother of four, and home birth, all of that, live off the land, all of that good stuff. But that's just to say that there's a lot of depletion from that. Nursing, breastfeeding, being fully present, homeschooling my kids. There's a lot of energy that goes on with nourishing your family in the way that you're, choosing, in the way that I was choosing to nourish my family, my children. So there was that. And then on top of that, I was in a very challenging relationship, to say the least. It was actually an abusive relationship. It was really violent. And so there's that component as well that also will deplete you on an emotional level, spiritual level, all of that. And so I've been going through my own personal process with it, and finally separated, moving on in my life. And I thought things were going really good, which they were. But I started to face some really serious health concerns. And they were concerning enough where I actually chose to move off of the island. I was living on the Big Island in Hawaii at that time. I chose to move off the island because I really needed some specific care. And I actually needed medical intervention. I knew I wasn't going to find the medical intervention that I needed in Hawaii. I mean, in Hawaii, it's like you're there because you're living like roots, in my opinion. Like you're living close to the earth. And at that point in my life, I just needed something different. So I moved off the island and ended up having surgery. What they released from my body was a cancerous tumor that was stemming from the ovary. So for me, I needed to make some really serious nutritional choices in my life that could amplify my being. I needed to make some serious choices where I could really be nourished in the way that I needed to be nourished. I really needed to take care of myself, basically. I needed to take care of myself. I kind of peer him off. Like I knew it was there on the sidelines and was like, okay, I'm totally down. Let me call up my girl. This is it. Was like in recovery mode from surgery. It took me a while to recover from that. It was at a place where I was like, I really needed nourishment. And the thing for me is that because of my personal work, it's not just on the physical level, right? Like as everybody here is speaking about, it's not on the physical level at all. Even for me, like releasing that 12-pound tumor, I literally looked like I was full-term pregnancy. Like that's what the doctor wrote on her paperwork was this patient looks full-term pregnancy. For me, I was rebirthing myself. That was the way that I viewed it. And at that point in my life, it was like anything that spirit is telling me to do, I need to do that. I need to do that. Even if it was things that I wouldn't in the past have chosen to do. It was like, spirit's telling you to do this, follow it now. So that part of my life was really, after that, everything in my life was like, I have to make choices that are congruent with what my soul is asking me to do. I have to make choices that are in alignment with my destiny. And so Purium coming into my life was really a way that I could align my physical needs with what my spiritual needs were at the same time, and what my emotional needs were at the same time. Because like this, the tumor stemming from my left ovary, it's all about like the feminine side in your ancestral lineage, right? So I was healing not just my own physical body, you know, where I was at in my own life, my own, you know, karmic debts that I was paying. But I also knew very, very deeply and clearly that I was healing from my own maternal ancestors as well. So I needed to have like physical, I needed to have physical support because I knew that I was moving forward spiritually. So I'm like, okay, if I'm moving forward spiritually, I also need this physical body to be in alignment with that as well. And I could eat as much salads as I want all day long, or eat as you know, a ton of stuff or whatever. I've got a pretty good health regimen for myself. But what I really needed was nourishment, and I really, really needed deep, deep rest from all of the trauma. Like I needed to rest. I needed deep, deep reset in my life on so many levels. I didn't need to do just a cleanse. I needed to nourish myself at the same time. And so that's why Purium has been so, so potent for me, is because I could do that. Like I'm not into restrictive methods in my life. I'm into expanding myself. And so being able to eat was a big deal. You know, it's like as a breastfeeding mother for over 20 years, I'm like, no, I'm not trying to limit my diet intake right now. I'm trying to give to myself. And also like, you know, certain emotional aspects of like, not just giving to myself or self-care, but also like surrendering, being able to surrender to what life is asking me to do, like surrendering to love, you know, surrendering to loving myself. And it really, really, truly was like, I think I literally remember saying to myself, I love myself so much. I'm going to give this ULT because I need this at this point in my life, and this is going to carry me forward. So it really was a pivotal moment in my life, a transformational point in my life, and I was really grateful for it. So even now, it's like I swear by the products every day, you know. So that's my story. It's my shortened version of story. I'm really grateful to be here with all of you. I'm going to be one of the facilitators sharing as well. So for me, for my sharing, what I do healing work. That's kind of a broad term, but I'll just leave it at that. My specialty is ancestral medicine. I share with people how to work more deeply with their ancestors, how to heal with their ancestors. So obviously you can see like the work that I share is the personal work to do for myself as well. Like we can't get away from that. What we're trying to give to the world is also what we need to give to ourselves. So that's what I'll be sharing. Thank you so much, everybody, for just your presence, to all. Thanks.
Wow, Angela, thank you so much. That was such a powerful, powerful share. Thank you for opening up yourself and your vulnerability and sharing that with us. That was huge. Thank you. And I just want to highlight a little bit that everyone kind of touched on this one theme, and it's how intertwined our healing processes are. It's not just about the physical, and it's not just about the spiritual, but how they really do go together. And our body is a vessel. So when our body is deeply nourished and deeply cleansed of toxins and things, our chakras become aligned, the portals of energy just start opening up, and the energy just starts flowing through this vessel in such powerful, powerful ways. And sometimes this journey can start with the spiritual, and you end up finding the physical and needing the cleanse. But sometimes you start with the cleanse, with the physical, and then everything starts flourishing during that process. So this is just another reason and an added reason why we feel it's so important to provide this space of support, and where you don't necessarily have to be on this journey by yourself, but you can be facilitated with a group of experts in various different subjects. And in order to get started, if any of this resonates with you, we ask you to get in touch with the person that shared this video with you. Have them give you more information. There's tons of resources available. And there's different ways to start. Michal actually gave the perfect explanation earlier. If you're just looking to add something into your life and start nourishing your body, but you're not necessarily ready for a deep cleanse, that's more than fine. We have the Core 4 program, and that's basically just starting to introduce these 4 core products into your life and really start supporting your body, on a daily level. But if you are ready to really go all in, and you really are looking for deeper what's the word I'm looking for? Deeper support or deeper nourishment and cleansing, then we do offer this 30-day ultimate lifestyle transformation. And the prices are super accessible because the ultimate transformation ends up being about $11 a day for the 30 days. And you end up you reduce the amount of cravings that you have for just like the filling food that doesn't really nourish your body. So your cravings for food, I don't even like calling it food, but your craving for inflammatory edibles really goes down, and you really start craving healthier solutions. So your food bills tend to go down, and you're really just nourishing your body because you're not really wanting to eat all that much because you actually feel, replenished and full and vital. So it's been most of our experiences that during the 30-day cleanse, our food bill goes down. So that's a nice way to balance out the equation. But another thing that we're offering as a nation, this is something that is on the table right now, and up until the 3rd of May, we will have an open giveaway. And in order to participate in that giveaway, all you have to do is in our Facebook event page, which is probably where you're watching this Zoom. After you finish watching this Zoom, go to the bottom of this post and comment with your takeaways. What did you like the most from this call? And what is really inspiring you the most? And why do you want to bring these products into your life? And what exactly are you looking for in this transformation? So we're excited to have you share that with us in the chat, in the comments. And on the 3rd of May at 12 midnight Central Time, I think, we will be choosing the winner. We had a winner last week, which was really exciting. We have our first winner, and now we are offering a second giveaway. So again, get in touch with the person who brought you here and have them give you more information. If I'm missing anything or I left anything out, please excuse me, but the person who sent you this video will have all the information you need and can definitely get all your questions answered. So yeah, again, thank you for your time. Thank you for being here with us, and hopefully we will see you in the group transformation.